In my humble opinion, the stupidest thing a guy can do is look at a mistake which someone else has already made and do the exact same mistake once again. So here are three niche selection mistakes which I made, which made my life shit. The first one being not selecting a niche in the first place. I was that exact idiot who used to think that, bro, if I don't have a niche, that means I can target anyone. And if I can target anyone, if I can sell to anyone, that means more customers for my business. That means my company will be bigger. I mean, look at all these big companies like Google, Amazon, HubSpot. They sell to anyone and everyone. So if I niche myself down, I'll be constraining myself. And what I should do instead is not have a niche in the first place. This is exactly what happened. When you don't have a niche, I realize this. Your operations become way too complex. What do you mean by operations? When we start out, the only thing which comes to our head, at least for me, was how to get customers, how to actually get in like as many customers as possible, how to get a lot of people in the door. But after a while, that kind of becomes easy. And the next constraint, the biggest constraint in your business probably will be operations. All the people who have started to come in, all the people who have paid you money, how can you actually service them? How can you provide them the results they're looking for, the services which they're looking for, without making your life hell? Because if operations are complex, firstly, you cannot even reach a very high level. And even if you eventually do end up reaching that level or something, eventually everything is gonna crumble and it's just gonna fall down and you're gonna fall on your face because it's way too complex. I mean, if you're doing like custom web development for all these people, that's very operationally complex. I mean, the amount of effort required to deliver the services, it's way too much. And Charlie Morgan gave an awesome example in his niche selection video. In the course he has like Easy Grow program, like generally 10 out of 10. You should buy it if you have the money. Like I bought it, not affiliated or sponsored or anything. But he had a illustration, a simple one, where he said, like he basically just like long story short, he showed a massive illustration which showed that if you just add a couple of extra products, a couple of extra ways of acquiring customers, like let's say instead of selling through two funnels, like two marketing funnels of acquiring customers, you use three. Or instead of using one, you're like using multiple strategies of acquiring clients. You basically, if you do more than one thing, your business becomes very operationally complex, billions of times more complex. And I don't think so it's cool if I share the exact illustration he shared with me because that's his copyright. So what I did is I asked ChatGPT to create a simple illustration. And it's like a basic product. Like this will get the point home. Because when someone said, yeah, it will make your business operationally complex, it did not like I did not think of it as much. But when he showed me the numbers, okay, bro, like this shit is gonna make your life a billion times harder. I was like, damn, bro, I'll fucking stick to a niche. So, like, this is a simple illustration of what happens basically to your operational complexity. So, we created a formula. So, N is basically a short form for niches. So, this is what happens if you have multiple niches, like one niche, two niche, three niches, four niches. Obviously, if you have multiple niches, you're going to have multiple products as well. Let's say there are 10 different variables. Like variables are basically the process of getting customers. That might be one variable. Let's say if you're getting customers for your business through YouTube, your one YouTube channel might denote a variable. If you have one process of getting on sales calls, that is one variable. So let's say on an average basis there are like 10 variables in each and every single business, and there are three variations of the offer. I'll always suggest you to have just one offer, but for like most people have like a shiny object syndrome, so they're going to be selling like three things minimum. So if we have three things for each product and there are 10 variables in each product, and we just increase the number of niches a business is targeting from 1 to 4, which obviously increases the total number of products from 1 to 4 as well, because you're going to have a different product for every different niche. Your operational complexity mathematically goes from like 30 units to 1.2 million units, which is, if you do the math, like a lot of times, like almost I think 400,000 times more. And imagine you had to work 400,000 or 40,000 times more to get the same result. Probably a pretty stupid decision, right? So that's what happened when I was serving like anyone and everyone. Like one day I was selling a product on how people can before this channel I had a channel where I used to basically I had a very small following and I was making a lot compared to the number of followers I had. I was making more than people who had 200 times more followers and subscribers than me. So I was like, damn, bro, I might be up to something. And I was helping people do the same. And I was selling that offer. And one random day, there's this guy from Auckland. He's like, Somin, bro, I saw your Instagram stories. You're very good with girls and dating and everything as well. So can you help me with that? Like, help me set up my Instagram. And I was like, yeah, bro, I don't have a fucking niche. So I'll help anyone and everyone. And you can come as well. You can just pay me the money. I'll help you as well. And just for the small sale, I had to literally create another business from scratch. And operations were way too complex. I was making less. And I was working more. So if it makes sense. So just to illustrate the point. The next thing is conversions will obviously be lower. And conversions in everything. If people like Alex Hormozy, I was just going through Alex Hormozy's gym launch funnels, like the company he sold. And the first thing in all the funnels was attention gym owners. Like he called out his niche, that was the first thing. There are marketing geniuses like Sabri, Subi, and everything. And over there as well in his funnels, the first thing he says, the first line should be attention, your niche. And all of these people, they do this for a reason. I mean, these people have spent billions of dollars in marketing. At least Sabri Subi, I'm not sure if Alex and Muzi has spent a billion yet. But they said after spending billions, this is what we do. Clearly they know something, because I don't think so they find wasting money fun. So obviously just calling out your niche, that increases your conversion rates on your funnels, on your landing pages. Calling out your, if you understand your niche better, you know exactly what they'll respond to. So when you reach out to these people, when you're writing emails to them, when you're writing cold DMs to them, when you're writing emails or newsletters to your existing email list to convert them into customers, it's going to convert more. And this is really illustrated by this thing. I just love watching people sales call just to see what exactly they're doing and everything. I always get a couple of cool ideas of rephrasing thing, handling objections and everything. And I was just watching this sales call live. It's a very nice one. You should definitely go, and it provides you a lot of clarity. I genuinely like the guy. And I noticed a lot of nuances. Everyone says you can pick up any niche and you can just go in that niche and you can close your first high ticket client in 3 seconds. So, that's what the norm in the market is. And I was just watching this, and he was saying words, he was using terminologies which went straight over my head. I had absolutely zero idea what this guy meant when he said the thing, when he said whatever he was saying. And it made zero sense to me. And then it hit me. Whatever he's saying, that's making sense to her. He chose a niche. I think she's a chiropractor. He chose a niche of chiropractors. He mastered that niche. He spent years in it. He figured out how to be the freaking best at it. And then he was able to understand the terminology, the words which they use. He was able to understand it. He was able to understand what exactly they want. And he could use the terminology in front of her, someone who belongs to his niche. And they were like, bro. She was like, bro, this person understands me. This guy knows what exactly chiropractors struggle with, whatever. He knows the terminologies, walk-ins, all of these words. And it makes a big difference. Imagine he said customers. That won't resonate with her. But when he said walk-ins, I just saw it resonated with her instantly. So, pretty big thing, man. Your sales conversion rates, funnel, landing page conversion rates, appointments you book, everything. It goes up when you choose a niche because you actually understand it and you actually say what people want to hear. And that's a cheat code, man. Just tell people exactly what they want to hear. Yeah. That's the mistake number one. The second mistake which I freaking made was choosing only popular niches which influencers and gurus were targeted. And actually I have to put my laptop on charging. So actually I'll just have to see, actually no, I have a bit of a battery to play with. Yeah, choosing only popular niches or niches which influencers and gurus were targeting. Whenever you hear of the word agency or whatever, what are the niches which you hear about? real estate agents, like what else? Real estate, roofers, plumbers, solar, HVAC, all of these popular niches which everyone is targeting. And what do they people do? The first thing they do is they pick up niche. They go to the most affluent area, the place where they find the richest people and everything. And once they do that, all they do is simply go to Google Maps, scrape their people out, and they just start cold calling them. Or they go to like a random generic database and they just start like blasting emails out to these people. And they receive the exact same email from the exact same people because they bought the exact same course from the exact same fucking guru. That's what happened when like gurus and everyone, like the niches which they say these are good, like that's what happens. So firstly, props to people who make good courses, who never give you like a niche list, because they know if we give out like a list of niches, then it simply will be way too competitive and everything. And the next mistake, like I also made this, is choosing niches which influencers and gurus on the internet they were targeting. For some reason, every influencer, every guru wants to target like agency owners, they want to target coaches, and they want to target founders and CEOs who want to build their fucking personal brands. Like that's what everyone is seem to be doing right now. And that leads to something called the red ocean market, which I didn't realize. And red ocean market is basically a market where it's basically extremely difficult to compete. So this is exactly what happened. Like I'll share personal stories. So let's say popular niches. What's a popular niche? What's a niche which every guru or every influencer is targeting? And that was agency owners. I saw Charlie Morgan targeting agency owners and everything. And this is a sales call which my closer was taking. And this guy shared some valuable feedback. He obviously did not convert, but he shared valuable feedback to us. And I was just thinking, like I reached out, like this is my partner who's sitting in with the name of a girl, because he just wanted to see how the closer is performing. But if he uses real name, people would object. But no one objects to a girl sitting in the call, apparently, for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, this guy, he's sitting there, and I was listening to the recording of this call. And what this guy says is, we basically pitched him that we're gonna help you book qualified appointments in your calendar. He was like, if you sold this to anyone else except marketing agencies, this would have been such a great offer, because we do the same thing ourselves. So we'll just do it ourselves. And that's when I started to think maybe we're in the wrong market, because I remember this quote from Warren Buffett, however you pronounce his name, I'm not sure, that it doesn't matter how hard you row. It matters what boat you get in. And it's a very cliche and a very cringy thing, I know that. But it's absolutely true. I mean, like, how do I even word it? Let's say these targeting these lucrative popular niches, it's 3 to 5 times harder to book meetings. When I was targeting like local businesses like dentists and everything, I used to send them a WhatsApp message and they're like, yeah, when do you want to get on a call? Because they've never been burnt before, whatever. Like actually they have been, but they were not hesitant to get on a call. But booking meetings with these people, it's difficult because they know, like, what do these agency owners do in my niche? They book meetings to sell shit. So they understand I'm trying to book a call to sell them shit. But if I was targeting a market which did not even understand what a sales call was, and they just thought like it was genuinely just us providing value and us helping and having a conversation, even if, like, let's say that's the intention we have, just to speak to them and not sell them anything, because they sell it, they think everyone else in the market is gonna sell the same shit. So it's like 3 to 5 times harder to book meetings with these people. Another example I like to give you, I was also in the niche of helping content creators monetize their audiences and everything. And a very big problem we ran into was people who had more than 1 million followers, getting a reply from them was extremely difficult. Like all these gurus, they were targeting these people like creators and coaches. So I also got into it. And then I ran into the issue that, bro, I'm sending out a DM to this person, especially if it was a lady. Because what happens with these influencers, like ladies with millions of followers, some random retards and like a random creep will text them, DM them, some stupid shit. They might even like sound like a normal human being, and once they accept the reply request, whatever, they act like creepy and shit. That's human nature. So, because of these idiots, I was not getting replies when targeting these big people. So that's what happens when you target these popular niches or niches which influencers and gurus speak about. And I just have a rule of thumb for you. If you pick the first niche which comes to your mind, chances are everyone else is thinking the same thing. So why do you want to have like 1,000 times more competition? Like I remember there's this guy who sells like fucking AI to carpet cleaners, and he makes like 60, 70,000 dollars a month doing it. I know he's just white labeling like a software. Like the software already exists, and he's just putting his own logo on it, and he's just selling it without doing any work. And like if we try to sell it to agency owners, it just won't work because agency owners know the software. I know the software. I'll be like, bro, like why should I pay you $500? I can get the software for like $97. But these people, they don't know. They think like, okay, this person built the software himself. So that's what happens when you go into an untapped market. Another thing, they don't like when I got into this niche, they have no trust, despite me having like shitloads of social proof, because the market has been burnt before. If everyone is targeting them, if the niche is extremely popular, then like they've been burnt before. They're popular for a reason. Example which comes to my mind, e-com brands. Every agency guru, he had like an e-commerce marketing agency. And what happened? Everyone saw that. Everyone got into e-commerce. They're like, bro, we'll 3x, 5x, 69x your return on ad spend, ROAS, whatever. What happened after that? These people paid the money because it sounded too good to be true, but they were like, bro, even if this works out, I'll make like 69 times more money. And they went in for it, they got burnt, and then they stopped trusting people. Maybe these idiots, like they created like a fake case study or something. That's what a lot of people do. Go into the agency subreddit. Like there's a subreddit for agency owners. Like that's what everyone is saying. A lot of these idiots, they're like fake social proof. It's not very hard to fake or something, man. So these people fake social proof. So then even when you try to show social proof to these people, they're like, bro, like last time we got burned. And I'm not blaming them. If the same thing happened to me, if someone tried to sell me a cold calling team, whatever, if someone was like, bro, I'll instate like a cold calling team in your office and I got fucking burnt, I'll do the same exact thing. So that's the second reason this was a stupid mistake. The and third thing, business was hard despite our process of for everything being good. Like, bro, we like I don't if I show WhatsApp, like the numbers might get leaked, but we have like a WhatsApp group for our team members and everything. And we just were unable to figure out why. Like I hired new closers, so maybe they just don't have enough time, so the conversion rate was a bit low. But obviously like they're new and closers and everything, so their rate will be lower than the founder or my partners because we understand the business better than them. But despite everything, the process being nice, the offer being awesome, they were like, bro, if someone tried to sell me this shit, I'll fucking buy. And we were unable to understand like why this was not converting. The offer was good, the process, everything was good. And that was just because we were in the wrong market. Remember, doesn't matter how hard you row, matters what boat you get into. And like that's the thing, man. Like another side tangent. These agency owners, because like it's a very niche example, not universally applicable, but just to illustrate a point, these agency owners, like this guy thought he can figure out shit himself. Even though like agency owners, like they get on a call, they're like, bro, we're fucking struggling. We booked like 4 meetings in the last month. We've signed 0 clients, even though their business is absolutely terrible in the fucking gutter. They think they can figure shit out themselves. And even if they're absolutely terrible, even if they're not getting results, they had the ego or the arrogance because they watch one fucking stupid digital marketing course from Udemy for like $10. They think like they're fucking ads expert. Like they'll be the first people to write meta ads expert in their Instagram bios. They thought they could figure shit out themselves because they had like a quote unquote digital marketing agency. And the practical application of this is we had less leverage in terms of knowledge arbitrage. What do you mean? Again, the same example, the carpet cleaning guy example. The carpet cleaners, they don't know that software exists. If they knew, they would simply like pay $97 to the company and not pay the guy like $500. I think he charges $500 a month. They would just do that instead. But they did not have the knowledge, so he could arbitrage that and he had more leverage. But when we're targeting agency owners, they know more about marketing than a random person, than a random business. So obviously, the knowledge arbitrage, like the difference in what we know versus what they know, is not going to be enormous. It won't be a lot. And obviously, that means less leverage for us. Because if we come into them and we're like, bro, like, you won't believe this AI thing, it's going crazy. Like, bro, an appointment booking AI bot is something which is unheard of for local businesses. They're like, bro, like, how the fuck, like, this bot is gonna speak to all my people, follow up with leads, and they're gonna convert it into meetings. And I'm like, yeah. So they're like, bro, damn, what the heck is this? Like, I remember I was speaking to a lady in the gym who had a local business. And I just showed her like how she can use a normal freaking Excel formula which ChatGPT just wrote out. And I was like, bro, like you can use this. She was like, I am unable to figure out how much profit I'm generating every single day. I wanted a software where I could like put in all the sales. It could calculate the total sales of the day, the total amount of raw materials used, and just figure out the total profit. And I was like, yeah, this is how you do it. I asked ChatGPT for the formula, and she was like, wow, this is going crazy and everything. So that's the thing, man. Like, these people don't know shit, which is not wrong on their end. The job is not marketing, the job is to run their local business. But that means they don't have a lot of knowledge in what we're well versed about. And that knowledge arbitrage, I think I'll have to, like, basically, uh, I think I'll have to just put the laptop on charging, man, because the battery is going pretty low. Should have charged it up before the video. My camera got switched off, bro. Like, I think I connected my phone via USB. Extremely high quality professional studios. uh why the frick is this not converting, man? Yup, I think we're good to go. Yup. See, such high quality productions in so many studios. Anyways, so yeah, we did not have a lot of knowledge arbitrage. Yeah, I think that covered the second point. The third point being choosing a niche which didn't believe in what we're selling. I'll give a very simple example that will illustrate the point well. Firstly, it's like that's what my brain came up with when I thought like how can I explain this concept to someone. It's easier to sell a gym membership to a guy who's already in decent shape, like let's say he has a 4 pack and he wants to get like a 6 pack. It's easier to sell a gym membership to him than to an idiot who thinks like gym will stop your height growth. Like I don't know about the rest of the world, but at least in India, in my country, below, like people think going to the gym stops their height growth or something. And like imagine the amount of effort it would take to persuade this idiot that he should sign up for your gym membership. Yeah, you have to show him the fucking studies, but he's like fucking illiterate, stubborn, uneducated. And all he's gonna do is be like, yeah, bro, like, but it stops the height growth. Even if you show him the science, the proof, case studies, everything, that's exactly what's gonna happen. So then I thought like this is yesterday I was on a call with my partner. I was thinking like when we're selecting a new niche, instead of trying to persuade them that they need marketing because we thought of going local, like local businesses are easier to convert and everything. But the biggest objection they have is they don't believe in the idea of marketing. They think like they've done word of mouth and referrals for like 30, 40 years, so it should just continue that exact way. And yeah, they're not wrong for doing that. But I thought, like, instead of trying to waste my brain power on convincing these idiots, why not just do it? For example, this lady, like, I'm not blaming her. She's not wrong for it. I tried to, like, suggest some ideas which she could be doing. Like, this was before, like, when I was just trying to basically see how dentists as a niche works out, how salon owners as a niche works out. So I was basically like speaking to her and everything. And she was like, yeah, I have my Instagram and people just like drop a message on Instagram and they can book. And obviously it's working great because she has like 229K followers. So Instagram is working great for her. But like she was just not open to whatever I had to suggest, and no hate to her. Like she's correct for doing that because she has this massive following and everything. But I thought I don't want to be wasting my time persuading these people that marketing and everything else is important for the business and all. So what I did is I thought, why not I target the people who are already running ads? Like that's what I was thinking. Like I thought local businesses would like benefit greatly from meta ads because I think like that's the best way a local business can get customers. Apart from obviously content, but content is not something we can control and not something these people will be extremely comfortable creating. So I thought like ads is the best way to do it. So instead of me trying to persuade these people they should be running ads and everything, why not I target the people who are already running ads, who already believe in the idea of marketing, and help them instead. That's what I thought of. So I tried to choose a niche which already believed in the idea of what I'm selling so that I don't have to put in the effort trying to persuade them that this is important. So what I did is you can go to Facebook Ad Library. It's a public website and you can see all the people who are running like ads and everything. So I went to Facebook's ad library. I like just searched for like this is the niche that ChatGPT gave me. I just searched for it. I found 2100 people who are running ads and everything. I copied the URL, the link of this, and actually, shameless plug, I have my own software which we can use to scrape like people who are running Facebook ads. So I'll just try to show you what it kind of looks like exactly what I did. Like let's say I wanted to target people in Spain who had like a cafe, like let's say that. Let's say I want to target these people. Let's say I want to target these people. Yeah, I just search for this keyword and yeah, I find like 5400 people. So let's say I just copy this, I paste it over here, boom, and I decide like how many people are here. So there are 5400 results. So let's say I wanna scrape like 5400 leads. I just scrape this, I get a downloadable CSV file, and then it will give me like all the list of Facebook pages. Like this is what you call like a Facebook page, like Flickr Reels. This is the Facebook page. So I can just click on this and this will open the Facebook page which is actually running the ads. So what we can also do is from here, once you have the URLs, like this is the URL, we have the URLs of all these Facebook pages. We can go to the page scraper in the AdSwift, like the software which you have, and we can paste all of them. Let's say this one. We can paste all of them, and after that we can scrape it. And once that is done, I think I have scraped something in the past as well. Yeah. So once we have scraped it, I don't think so. Yeah. So this is the page scraper. I don't think so. I've scraped like this is the ad scraper. So you find the details of all these people, and after that you can like scrape all these Facebook pages, and that gives you like the contact information. So that's the strategy which we were using. I'll just show you kind of what we did yesterday, and then it would probably make sense. I think yeah, this is the meeting, right? So what we did yesterday, we went over. Yo, I'll just quickly try to show you what we did yesterday. It will help you understand the point pretty well. So we went over here, we scraped this, yeah, and after that we got the CSV where we could find the URLs of all the people, the contact information of all these people, and I think after that Ujjwal shared the, like my partner, he shared the CSV file containing the contact information, and my phone is actually being used to record it, but otherwise I would have shown you the replies we've gotten from these people. So we were like, bro, you're already running ads, we can help you half your cost per lead, and we can also help you like basically convert more of these leads into walk-ins. Basically people who like become leads, submit the contact info, and then they convert into walk-ins, so they actually show up to your clinic and everything. So that's what, like that's a very good example to illustrate this. Like instead of me trying to persuade people, local businesses, you should be running ads, I'm like, bro, these people are already running ads, they already believe in the idea of it. It's much easier to convert them. So I'll just say like choose a niche which already believes in what you do. So you don't have to persuade them or convince them that they need AI or something, whatever you're selling. And yeah, that's it, man. If you want me to cover a particular topic, then just drop a comment. I'll just cover that. And yeah, the description got loads of cool stuff. Check it out. Bye, man. Take care.